Folks are back. This is Steve Sampson, Stephanie Phillips with another episode of Veterans in Politics. Today we have Stephen George, Henderson Justice Court Judge, Department Number 2. But before we get to Judge George, Ms. Phillips.
Thanks for joining us, everybody, and thank you to our sponsors. We have Dr. Ari Nagy. He's running for Congressional District 3, and his website is nagyforcongress.com, and that's F-O-R, nagyforcongress.com. Jump on his website and see what his platform is all about. Also, we have Henderson's mayor, Michelle Romero. She's running for re-election. Her website is votemichelleromero.com, votemichelleromero.com. Jump on her website and get in touch with her. And we also have Cody K. Whipple. He's running for Congressional District 4. His website is codykforcongress.com, and that's the number 4, codykforcongress.com. Jump on his website and get in touch with him as well. Also, don't forget to grab your copy of Steve's book, How to Navigate Nevada's Family Court System. This is a self-help book. If you do not have an attorney and you can't afford one, this book will help you navigate that system. You can get a copy on Amazon. It is $14.99, so be sure and pick that up. Also, we have a merch store. It's vipimerch.com, vipimerch.com. Jump on there. We have all kinds of fun stuff on there for you to look at. And also, don't forget to grab your tickets to the Valentine's Ball. It is February 7th of 2026, and in a couple weeks, the prices will go up to regular price. So they are on sale right now at an early bird price, so make sure you get those tickets in the next couple of weeks before that price goes up. We want to save you guys some money, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I don't have a rant. I just want to throw it out to all the candidates. We see all kinds of signs going up now around the valley, and people are getting into campaign mode. If you guys want to advertise on our show, you want to be on the wall here or in front of our desk, get in touch with us on that advertising. If you are the first one in your race to advertise with us, we will not advertise your opponent. So it's getting down to filing time for the judicial candidates in January, and then March, everybody else files. So everyone is getting busy here before the holidays. So get in touch with us on that, and we will get your sign up. And that's it. Do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, and just because we advertise you on our show, that doesn't mean we're endorsing you. That's a whole separate entity, just to be clear.
Yes, and our endorsement interviews start the third week of February, and those are for all the judicial candidates. Every Saturday, the last 2 weeks of February and the first 2 weeks of March, we are doing judicial endorsement interviews. So that is going to be exciting.
And if you need a political consultant, go to vipiconsultant.com and take a look at our website and see if we could fit. If we can't fit, we can't fit. If we could fit, we could fit. And we have an a la carte of what we can do for you if you don't want the full campaign, what you call it?
Services.
Specials.
Specials.
Well, with that said, Judge George, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing real well, thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Yes.
You haven't been on here in like
10 years.
10 years. Boy,
long time.
A long time. So could you give us a bio?
Well, just I guess briefly, I was born and raised here in Las Vegas.
A few natives.
Home means Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
When we moved into the house that I grew up in, that was on Alta and Rosemary Campbell area, kind of by Charleston. We were basically the furthest house out of town. There was nothing beyond us.
Wow.
So I've seen a lot happen, a lot transpiring in this community. Never thought. If I would have thought it would have been what it is today, I probably would have been in a different profession. Mm-hmm. But it's been a great community. I've loved it. Went to elementary school. Back then it was called West Charleston Elementary School. It's now called, I believe, Howard Wasden Elementary. Then I went to Hyde Park Junior High. A lot of friends there. And then I graduated from Clark High School in 1981, before almost everybody in here was born. After college, I attended Brigham Young University and loved Provo.
Everybody in where that was born. What year was this?
When I graduated, 1981.
Everybody in here was born
Everybody in here. You guys
before
are all
we were born.
before
He-
you were born.
Oh, I love you, Judge.
I know he thinks we're so young.
Oh, I
I
love
do.
this guy.
Everybody looks young to me nowadays.
Thanks, Judge. We'll tell you our real ages after the show.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh,
Before
good.
we were born.
Well, you look
Before
pretty
you-
young to me.
I was just like, did he just say that?
Yeah, no. Actually, today I was talking about a show that was on TV a long time ago, and my clerk looked at me really funny, and I'm like,
Beretta.
yeah, I can't even remember what the show was. She looked at me really
Chips.
funny, and she said, "What?"
What show?
Yeah, that was very popular when I was a little kid growing up. But
I told somebody I had a Rolodex. They're like, what the heck is that?
I date myself. Yes.
I told somebody I have a 45. They're like, or you have it on you now? And I'm like, no, it's a record.
It's a record. See, I knew what you were talking about.
Mhm.
45. I remember going to Power Records and buying records
And you remember
over on
scratching them?
Charleston,
Remember?
riding my bike up
Remember
there.
scratching them?
Oh yeah. Well, see, that was when I was older. I was too young before they came out with the scratching thing.
Oh, okay.
Scratching ruined your record back when I was growing
I
up.
know. I know.
So anyway, graduated from Clark High School, 1981, and then I went to Brigham Young University. Attended college there for a year,
Mhm.
and then left and went on a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Okay.
Served in the Oklahoma Tulsa mission. Loved it.
Wow.
The people there were amazing.
You didn't go overseas with that?
Did not go overseas, but I did have to learn another language, and that was Okie.
Uh-huh.
And it was
Yeah.
great. I loved it.
Mhm.
But that included all of Oklahoma, little Missouri, little Arkansas, little Kansas, little Texas. And it was awesome.
Okay.
And so I did that, finished that, came back home, and went back to Brigham Young University and studied there for a while and ended up getting married and
Uh-oh.
then stayed home and finished my college undergrad at UNLV. Love the Rebels.
Mhm.
And back then, the Rebels, well, even now, they're doing really well in football and basketball. They're coming. But Jerry Tarkanian was one of our neighbors, and he was the most amazing guy. I remember waiting for him to come home from practice with my bike and with my friends, and we'd follow Coach Tarkanian all the way to his house yelling, "Go Rebels, go Rebels."
Aw.
So loved the Rebels, and I was there during the good times when they were doing very well in basketball, and they had probably one of the best teams of all time, and great guys, great people there. So then I finished up there, and then decided to go work for the city of Las Vegas for a little bit
Mhm.
as a management analyst. I did that for a year so I could save up enough money to go to law school,
Okay.
and was able to save up some money and went to law school, Whittier School of Law. And it was originally founded in Beverly Hills, and it was called the entertainment law school in the country, and they changed, and then they moved into the Los Angeles area, and that's where I attended, and it was very interesting, great school, loved it there, loved it in California, but as soon as we were finished, we moved back. When we moved back, I had an amazing job, loved it. You remember Judge Carl Christensen. He was just an amazing individual. So I clerked for him. And I'll be honest with you, when I finished law school, I didn't plan on practicing law because I didn't really want to. I wanted to go into the business side of it. And he was looking for a law clerk, and he was very close with my father.
Oh.
And they asked me if I was interested, and I said, "Oh, I don't know." And he said, "Well, this might be a good thing for you to do." And so I started clerking for Judge Christensen, and absolutely fell in love with it. Loved it. The cases, and I was kind of weird. And I thought, oh, I'm going to get in trouble because I was going up to the clerk's office and pulling other cases because I just wanted to read them and find out what they were all about and what was happening and what was going on. And so it was really interesting. And so about halfway through my clerkship, unfortunately, Judge Christensen developed cancer. And so he went through some surgeries and everything. Eventually he was okay, but it was really kind of fun because I then got the opportunity to clerk for almost every judge in the 8th Judicial District Court. So I'd start in...
This is only like 5 of them back then.
Yeah, there were 9.
Wow.
9.
I don't even know how many there are anymore. There were 9.
58.
And we started with Department 1 one week, and the next week we were at Department 2. The next week we were at Department 3. And I got to be honest with you, those were some of the most amazing human beings and judges I've ever seen. They were great. They were so much fun to work with, and they were so good to me. So I loved it and enjoyed it quite a bit. And then after I finished the clerking, it was a year clerkship. I went to work for an individual who was a friend of my father's as well. His name was Leonard Wilson, and he basically managed the Beam estate, and had a lot of real estate. And so he had passed away, so we were in the process of probating some of the assets and dealing with the real estate. He had a lot of real estate, so we sold the real estate and tried to invest it in different areas. And then after that, I left and went to work for a law firm that's no longer in existence, Kummer, Kempfer, Bonner, and Renshaw. And I got to tell you, I loved it there. I absolutely loved it. The partners were amazing.
Did you get Christmas bonus?
Every once in a while, yes. They were good to me.
Too.
They were very good to me, and they were just amazing individuals. Just loved being there, loved working with every attorney at that office. And they have now since dissolved. They're no longer there, but some of the attorneys are still around, and they're doing wonderful, and I'm happy for them. And long-time good friends there. After I worked for Bonner, Kummer, Kempfer, Bonner, and Renshaw, I got a phone call from Brad Jerbeck. You remember Brad? I don't know. He was the city attorney for Las Vegas, and he offered me a position with the city attorney's office, and I was very happy at Kummer, Kempfer, Bonner, and Renshaw at the law firm. A little bit, yeah.
Plus medical and dental.
Yes.
And vision.
And vision.
Did
you have a retirement plan?
A big retirement plan, but both places. Had a retirement plan at both places. Anyway, I was sad to leave, and I still miss it to this day. I had a lot of fun at the firm, but I was doing the same thing at the city attorney's office that I was doing in the firm, but on the other side. And so I worked with the city council and the mayor and the two.
Who was the mayor back then?
I started with Jan Jones.
Oh, then you went to Oscar.
Who is brilliant. Loved her. She was a great lady and very insightful. And then I had the great honor of working with the Honorable Oscar Goodman. And what an amazing person he was. Brilliant, focused on what was in the best interest of the city of Las Vegas, and an ambassador to the city of Las Vegas, and great in every way.
Well, he had to find a way to stay alive, so.
Yeah. And he did. He survived. But he was a great guy. He was a great attorney and a great mentor to me. And I had a lot of wonderful and great days with him. And then his wife took over, thank goodness, because I got to tell you, they've really made Vegas what it is today. They were both amazing. I didn't get to serve with her. I kind of wish I would have. But then while I was serving there, an opportunity became available in Henderson on the Justice Court. And so I went there, and that was in the year 2000.
Wow.
It's been a while.
You've been on there a while.
So it's been a while.
You've been on the bench since 01, right?
Since 2000.
Is it 2000?
Yes.
Okay, so what, 25 years?
25 years. Long time.
You going to have a party or what?
Am I going to have a party? No.
Why not?
I don't.
You're retiring, right?
I am. I will be done at the end of this term.
Are we not going to go to your retirement party?
Well, you know what? Here's how I am. Whenever I move or leave or go somewhere, I like to just disappear. And so my idea is just kind of be quiet. And on the end of the week, I'm there. Beginning of the next week, I'm gone.
You're not going to have a party?
Probably not.
Everyone's going to miss you.
I'm not.
Everybody loves you.
So nice. You
are nice.
You're so kind. But I don't want to make everybody go to that effort and anything. And there's so many good friends and everything. But
it's no effort.
Yeah, I'm the kind that likes to just drift off into the sunset.
You want to elaborate on your son, or you want to not?
My son, which one? I've got two.
The coach one. almost coach one.
Oh, yes. So I've got a son.
We can talk about both of them.
And yeah, I've got two. One's living at my house with his wife. He's in medical school right now at Toro University.
Oh, beautiful.
And doing really well. He just took a test today as I was leaving the house. I said, how'd it go? And he said, I think it went well.
Good.
So we're excited. He's in his first year of medical school. So
Great.
it's he's working hard. My oldest son, he went to law school at UNLV, and then he clerked for Judge Rawlinson. Is she the sweetest? Have you ever met her? She's the circuit court judge here in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. You need to meet her. There's not a finer person on the planet Earth. She is great, but she's also brilliant.
She's nicer than you?
She's nicer than me. She's way smarter than
There's
me
no
as well. She is great, and she was a great mentor to my son, and helped him hone in his legal skills, his writing skills, his thinking skills. He learned a lot at UNLV. At their law school. It was a great school, and it was a great program. But clerking for Judge Rawlinson was really just the top of the iceberg that really kind of formed him into what he is and what he's doing. And so he was fortunate enough to get a job with a law firm called Bryan Cave. They're not in Nevada. They do sports law. And so he had to move to St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. And he worked there for a little while, and then got the great opportunity because he loves sports. When he was, his name is David, and I call him Davy. And when he was growing up, people would ask him what his name was, and he said, "My name is Davy Ballgame George." Mm-hmm. And so he's always loved sports.
You know, they say don't trust somebody to have two first names.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can trust me because I got three.
Oh!
So we're good. So anyway, he's always been interested in sports and athletics. So that's what he kind of was doing for the law firm, and absolutely loved it. And they treated him so well, and it was great. But he got the dream job of his life when he received a call from Brigham Young University. He played rugby at BYU, and he played for the national championship there. And when I was there, we actually won the national championship, and I played football at BYU. I was a member of their program, and we went undefeated that year, beat Michigan. Any Michigan fans? Sorry, Michigan's great. Love them, and great program. But then he went there and played rugby, and they did not win the national championship, but they were runner-ups, and Cal beat them. So I always have that over him. But he's always been very interested in sports. And so he got the great opportunity a year ago to be named as the new general manager over BYU football. And last year they had a great season. And it was so awesome. And this year they've even had a better season. And I just got back from Texas last night, so I'm running to get here. But they played Texas Tech in the Cowboy Stadium.
Oh, wow.
Amazing stadium. It
was
beautiful. Mm-hmm. And Texas Tech got the better of us, but they're an amazing team. I could really see them winning the entire thing. But he's general manager of BYU. I was talking to him on the way over here. He said, I got 2 minutes because guess what? The portal's opening. So I'm working hard. I'm looking at things, and he's working hard. He starts his day usually at 4 or 5 in the morning. He goes home about 10 at night.
Oh, wow.
And there is no...
Two grandkids from him?
Two grandkids from him. 2 little girls. They are sweet. And they get to go to the office and visit him every once in a while. But he works hard. And you think they're only busy during the season? Oh, no. Those guys work very hard. And he works for... I'm maybe a little biased, but I think the best coach in the whole entire country, Kalani Sitake, which is he's not just an amazing coach, brilliant, but he's even a better person. Love that guy.
Yeah.
He's really good.
How many grandkids you have, Judge?
I've got, 6 now.
Okay.
2, 4, 5, 6. I had my last, my daughter had her last one about 6 months ago.
Oh,
so I've got a daughter with 4, 2 boys, 2 girls, and my son has 2 girls.
2 girls.
I got 4 granddaughters altogether.
No, I'm talking about daughters.
I've got 2 boys and 2 girls.
Okay.
Yes, and my daughter's husband, she lives in St. George. Uh-huh. Her husband works for the McConkey firm there, and he's a lawyer, and he's a good guy, and he works hard. And then I've got another daughter, and she lives in St. George as well. And her husband's a computer guy, which that's a new thing. The younger guys can be computer guys. The older guys, it's a little harder.
Yeah.
So Judge George, you've been on the bench since 2000.
Yes, for a long time.
And when I looked at your bio, you ran every election cycle. You know how some people run unopposed?
Every once in a while, yes.
You drew candidates. Why?
I never had a candidate except for the
Oh, you
first
never
one.
had a candidate?
Correct.
Oh, I thought you did have a candidate when I was reading that.
Yes, no. The first one, it was an open seat because Judge Dawson had been appointed to the federal bench.
Okay.
And so his seat was vacant.
Okay. So since 2000 and now 2025, what have you learned?
What have I learned as far as
Bench.
being on the bench?
Yes.
That number one, you have a great staff, and our staff is amazing. They're wonderful people. They're good people.
Okay.
They work really hard, and they are interested in making the court look good. And we have a great bar. The attorneys that are coming out of Las Vegas are some top-notch attorneys. They're amazing. They're great. Love them. And unfortunately, maybe that's why I'm so excited when I see them, because I'm just thrilled at how well they do, how prepared they are, and how hard they work, and what good people they are.
It was amazing being in your courtroom, because I've been in a lot of courtrooms. That was the first time I've been in your courtroom. And you heard what I said after, when we, do the lives outside after we observe in the judges' courtrooms. I've been in a courtroom where the judge has to be stern. They get a little excited and, defendants aren't behaving themselves or whatever the case is. But in your courtroom, you talk about somebody so nice. You just smiled at every attorney, the litigants, everybody. And everybody was very peaceful. There were no problems. And it was amazing. And it was a breath of fresh air to see that kind of attitude and temperament and treatment of every single person in your courtroom. It was the most pleasant experience.
Oh, thank you, Stephanie.
You're
That's
welcome.
So nice of you to say
It
that.
was the truth.
My philosophy has always been that I expect them to have respect when they enter those doors, not just for me, but for the process and the court, because I consider it a sacred area. So I demand that I reciprocate with that same expectation, that I show that same respect to whoever comes in there. I try.
Oh, you did. And everybody it just went so well. And I was surprised, and it was awesome.
Well, thank you.
It was very good.
Thank you.
How come you haven't run for anything else?
Two things. One, I'm not really a politician, I don't think. And two, I enjoy being with family.
Okay.
I really enjoy being with family. And I think there's been some opportunities.
Explain how that works. Being with family. Explain. What do you have to build to get there? Because some people they're like, oh, I don't care. My family's like 5,000 miles away. I don't care. I haven't talked to my mother in like a year.
Yeah. No, actually,
how do you build that foundation?
Well, the family thing started with my parents, my mother and father. My dad, I don't know if you knew this, was a federal judge for like 50 years here.
Wow.
And he worked very hard too.
Okay.
But he was able to balance the family and the work. And
didn't they name something after him?
They did.
Yeah.
They did. It was a great honor for him. It was wonderful. And, before he passed, he was declining. He wasn't doing really well. And so I was over there almost every day. And one day I just thought, you know what? I'm going to take him around the community so he can see it, take him to his old house. He grew up on 3rd and Charleston.
Wow.
Charleston was a dirt road back then. He told me stories about when they would play football on Charleston, and about once an hour a car would come by, so they'd have to stop the game and move to the side of the road.
Once an hour.
Well, a car
Not like now.
Once an hour, yeah. So 3rd and Charleston, where he was. So I took him over to see his old home and took him around. And then I stopped in front of the federal building and I said, Dad, hopefully you can see what is over there. And he looks up, and I said, Dad, can you see that? He looks at me, he says, is that me? I said, that's you, Dad. Big tears came down his eyes.
Oh,
What a great honor that was
that's sweet.
for those people who were involved in that to go through that process. And not only did he, the building was named after him, the federal building, but he took a very large part in the construction on what it was going to look like and what was going to go into it. One of my favorite classes in high school was wood shop, and I love wood shop. My mother loved it because I was making her projects, and I'd always continue to come home and say, I got to have a project. You got something? And she would always have 5 already waiting for me and give them to me. And so I loved working with wood. And so he brought me in and he said, I need your help to pick out what wood you think would look best in these courtrooms. And so that was kind of fun for me to be in there when they were constructing the building. So,
How do you treat veterans in your courtroom?
there is a very special spot in my heart
Mhm.
for veterans. And
Explain.
I don't want to get emotional here,
We got tissue.
but we live the way we live today because of the veterans. There's no question about that. And you ask, what did they sacrifice for you and I to be sitting here today? Their lives. You can't ask for more. Many of them didn't come home. They didn't get to see their families, and their families didn't get to see them again. They, in my opinion, made the ultimate sacrifice. And we need to treat them with the ultimate amount of respect, in my opinion. Love the veterans. Love the veterans. Wonderful people. My dad's a veteran, was a veteran. He was a fighter pilot in the Air Force.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And he flew the first fighter jet that ever came out. And he said that was the most fun thing he ever did in his life.
Fun.
And loved it. And so every year, the people at Nellis Air Force Base would invite he and our family to come out to the air show.
Oh.
Oh, it was so awesome. And you know what? It was those service people are some of the most brilliant people on earth. When we'd go into the tent, the things, they knew everything. They knew more about me than I knew about me. They were really prepared. They were so sharp. It was great. And it was a wonderful opportunity to see what we had. I mean, I'm still to this day, and that was like 10 years ago, blown away at some of the things I observed out there with the planes and the things that they had and the things that they do. But I don't know. I think that's probably a good thing for anybody and everybody to go into because it teaches qualities that you want our society to have. If our society had the qualities that are taught in the military, we really wouldn't. I wouldn't be very busy. We'd be okay.
So a veteran walks into your courtroom. Go. What do you do?
Well, the first thing,
Depends on the charge, maybe.
well, actually, the first thing I want to make aware that the attorneys understand and know that we're dealing with a veteran, and that's important. So
you put that on the record.
A lot of times,
Okay.
and sometimes I don't know, but they usually speak up, and we have a sign outside that informs them to let them know. So I hope that I know all the time, but if so, there's some really good programs out there that have been established that help them out. And you know what? Here's what I've seen. On almost every single case, they really have a sincere desire to improve and fix whatever is broken. So you want to help them fix it. And we got some good programs out there that help that. So
Do you send them up to Veterans Court?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Phillips?
So with you retiring and all these years of experience that you have, there's going to probably be multiple people running for your seat coming up. What advice do you have, not only for them, but anybody running for judge?
Yeah.
Person.
In the running process, be educated, know what you're doing. I really didn't have to run a whole lot of elections. And so I wasn't out there, but go see the people, talk with them. And here's the most important part. I've always said this about a judge. Our job is to listen. And we talk too much sometimes. Sometimes it's more important that we listen and try and digest what's being told to us. Because I already know what I know, but I don't know what you know. So sometimes I need to just shut my mouth and listen to what people are saying. And really, probably that's the best advice, because you go to different functions, you go to different things, and there's a lot of really good organizations out there, very good ones, and most of them would like to say something. It's important to listen to them, in my opinion. So anybody who's running, show up. Don't show up with the idea that you're going to just blab the whole time, and tell them who you are and what you do and everything, and that you have wanted to do this since you were 2 years old. Listen to them. Listen to them. Get to know them.
Yeah. Nobody knows the judges. That's no one knows who to vote for. They don't know the names and all of that. What's a better way or an easier way or more effective way for judges to connect with the community? I know that there's all kinds of, lunches and all that stuff, but that you only touch those people in that organization that's having that luncheon, right?
Absolutely.
But what about the people themselves, the people that vote for you, the people that don't know you?
Absolutely. And Stephanie,
What's your answer?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I have an answer for it. Exactly what you did. Come down, sit there, observe. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of them, and I don't know if you can observe them all, but come down and observe.
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of who these people are, and the way they handle situations, and the way they deal with their calendar and their courtroom. So come down, sit there, observe, bring a piece of paper with you, and make notes. Mm-hmm. I think that's probably the best way.
Yeah.
Watch them in action.
It's good, yeah.
What's your stand on judges accepting endorsement from attorneys that appear in their courtroom?
Yeah, and that's a kind of a hard spot, because that's our system and that's how we are. And, we have the 3 branches of government. And I don't like the fact that judges really have to go out there and be politicians and try and raise money and campaign and so forth and so on. So maybe I'm in the minority. I don't know. Obviously I am, because it's gone on the ballot before, but I am a past member of the Article 6 Commission. Do you remember that? You were around, Steve. And the Article 6 Commission was to change the process and to do a retention program that they do in many of the states around the country. And that you don't run against an opponent. You're not allowed to raise money. You go on the ballot, and you can do minimal campaigning to tell them who you are and what you do. But it eliminates the money that's involved in it. And so you just are on a retention. If you get over 50% of the vote that says yes, retain, you get to continue. If you get less than 50%, then an appointment is made. I was on that commission, and Senator Raggio, you remember him? He drafted the bill.
I remember.
And he went forward with it. And
wasn't he the longest serving senator in the legislature?
He was. He served forever, and he was great. I knew him personally. What a great person. Great person. And then Justice Marion Schering was the Chief Justice of the Nevada Supreme Court at that time. And she was on our commission and did some great things. And it went to the people, and it didn't pass by a very slight margin. My feeling back then, I think it's changed. Things have changed a little bit, because the biggest argument I heard, because we had public hearings, public meetings on one side, was that the people didn't want to lose their opportunity to select their judges. And I thought, well, you know what? I can appreciate that. I can understand that. But the way it is now, the way it was, the judges didn't get many opponents. You remember, people didn't run against the incumbents very often. And so all I had to do was go file and pay the filing fee. And that's why for years I had no opponent. And if you did the retention, you had an opponent every time, and it was the people. And the people's vote actually made a big difference. So the way it is now, in the olden days, all I had to do was get one vote. That's it, to retain my position, one vote. And it would have been me. So if I'm running, I'm going to vote for myself. And hopefully my mother and my wife and my dad. But if it was a modified Missouri plan, was what they called it, every vote makes a difference, because you have to get over the 50%. So now, guess what? It's not just one vote that gets you back in. You have to get over 50%. So based on that, I think you have more of a say, or did have more of a say. Now, I'm not sure, and I won't know till after this election cycle's over, if it was a trend where a lot of the judges were getting opponents in the recent past, or if that's just the way things are going to be now.
I wanted to thank you and Judge Burr and Judge Gibson. It was back in 2010 when I met all three of you to talk about the Veterans Court.
Oh, yes.
But I wanted to know, because you guys decided to put one in Muni, remember?
We did.
I want to know, how come there's not one in Justice?
A couple of reasons. Funding. It's expensive. Our caseload is per judge is probably the highest in the state. And I'm looking at my calendar tomorrow, and I'm trying to think, how am I going to get through this calendar efficiently, effectively? We've got just so many cases. The good news is, in the next election, we are creating a new department. So there will be a department that will be available too, that will provide a lot of
there's funding right there.
A lot of help.
You guys get money.
Well, they don't have a choice. It's by statute. Once your population hits a certain point.
So is Veterans Court.
It's mandated. And so, and that was part of it. Here's the other part. You remember him well.
Say that again.
You remember this guy well, Judge Mark Stevens.
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
Was he amazing?
He's watching right now. You see him?
I
Up
don't.
there on the screen.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
He's one of the best judges
He's a
we've
Marine.
ever had. I know that. He's a Marine and a former wrestler. He's pretty tough. But he ran one of the best programs I've ever seen run. And he and I communicated.
Veterans Court program.
Yes. And he and I had communicated. And I just thought, you know what? If we have access to the best of the best, I want to utilize that if I can. So we understood that our jurisdiction issue was a problem. And
How did you guys work that out?
I couldn't have him I couldn't transfer jurisdiction to him, but I could order the defendants to go to his Veterans Court, go through his process. Then he would send me a letter saying they are, with the recommendation, they've done what they were supposed to, they've completed the requirements, and we can go ahead and close their case out. And so he couldn't do it, but he'd send it back to me. So I treated it more or less like a counseling session. Okay. And I miss him. I miss you if he's watching.
He is. He's right there.
Well, you guys lost him and Hedger around the same time, right?
Yes.
They're
amazing. We've got some really good judges up there now.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Cooley, he's awesome, and Alicia.
I don't really know him too much,
Don't you?
Not like I know you guys.
Well, we go way back to the Yellow Pages.
Yes, Yellow Page days.
That's before, that's when we were on horse and buggy.
Judge Cooley did very well that day. We were in his courtroom and watched him, and I thought he was very professional and very much in control of his courtroom, and he did really well.
He is great. He is great. Judge Albritton is amazing too. She was actually on my team.
I don't think we've been in her
Henderson.
Courtroom yet, but we've been into Shaka Baka. Was it?
Oh, Skifalakawa?
Shit, what is it?
Skifalakawa.
Yes.
Sounds like a Skifalakawa. Something charged.
It is a very difficult last name to pronounce, but she is just a sweetheart.
Brilliant.
Super nice lady. Very smart. Yes.
Brilliant. She was on my team when I was sitting as a judge, when she was the deputy district attorney. Always prepared, incredibly bright, and always did a great job, and professional. So professional.
Who else is there?
Judge DiGiacomo, Sandy.
The Giacomo.
That's right.
And I love Sandra DiGiacomo
Yeah.
as well. We're fortunate. We're lucky. We've been spoiled.
You have great people there.
We
in Henderson.
do. And
Yeah.
of course, I was spoiled because when I got in, it was Judge Burr and I. And I don't know a better human being on the planet Earth than Rodney Burr. You went and saw
He is
Judge
a
Burr.
Another nice guy.
Oh gosh, he was a sweetheart too. It just,
But
yeah.
all of the Burrs, I know the whole family. Brilliant. Gibsons, brilliant.
Yes.
They're brilliant. They're very smart. They're very capable. And our community is very lucky to have had such wonderful people. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you knew this, but David Gibson's father was the senator for the state of Nevada that basically ran the state of Nevada. And anything good that happened in the state of Nevada was as a result of him.
Oh man, I thought it was Harry Reid that did it.
Harry Reid was very good too. And Harry Reid was a good friend of mine and was a neighbor. It's funny, Harry Reid was my neighbor. And remember Kenny Gwynn? He was another one of my neighbors and knew them very well. As a matter of fact, Harry Reid's son, Rory, who was one of our county commissioners, was my roommate in college.
And Josh was your DA. Or
And
your city attorney.
Josh was our city attorney. I didn't get to see Josh because I don't do the city things, but just the county things. But know the family extremely well, and I can tell you they are some of the best people on the planet Earth. Love those people. So, but to me, they're family.
How has the bench changed since you first went on there 25 years ago?
More judges.
Mhm.
It's hard to keep track of them all. Like you said,
more
it's hard
cases.
to know.
Yeah.
More cases.
Yeah.
Our caseload is exploding right now. And it's hard to keep up with it. The one thing I would like to do is fewer cases and more time to get into each case. That'd be really nice. I'm a little slower, so I like to spend time and thoroughly go through everything. You have timing things, and so you have to allot so much time to so many things. But the caseload, as you've seen, our community has gone crazy. Like I said, when I grew up on Alta and basically Charleston, we were the furthest house out of town.
Mhm.
There wasn't that many people. I remember riding my bike down when they built the International. You might not know what that was. The International is now the Hilton Hotel.
Oh, I thought I was going to say House of Pancakes.
Yeah, no. The International
Not
was,
IHOP.
at that point, the largest hotel being built in the world. And I heard that as a kid, and I thought, I want to go witness this. I want to see it. So I got on my bicycle, and I rode down there, and I watched some of the construction. Been here for a long time.
Yes. So what's going on with you after you retire? What you plan on doing? Fishing, hiking,
I'm trying to figure that out.
babysitting the grandbabies?
Probably babysitting, a lot of babysitting. But to be honest with you, I still think I've got about 10 years in me to do something. And so I'd like to work a little, at a minimum, another 10 years. And I haven't figured out what that is yet because I still have close to a year left.
It's a senior judge program. You could.
Oh, yes. And
Jump
I'll
on that.
most likely jump into the senior judge
Or you
program,
could go on one ARMS, that mediation.
but mediation, I think, would be great. I
Yeah.
would love that.
That everybody would want you as their mediator.
Oh, I don't know
yeah.
about that.
Oh my gosh.
But
Yeah.
but I like that process. And here's the thing I've learned is that the mediation program is probably one of the most valuable assets that the court system has because it's a way of resolving an issue where you couldn't do it on your own. And we've been really spoiled in Henderson to have some of the best mediators of the best, and they do a really good job. You went in with them. You know some of them, and they're since passed, but they were great. And we've just continued to get a great supply of wonderful mediators. Let me tell you my favorite case. I'm not sure. I think you might have been there. You didn't stay the whole time.
Tell me.
But remember Fran? She was one of our mediators.
Fran who?
Fran.
Fran who?
We just knew her as Fran, but she was a senior
Not Fran
citizen,
Dean.
and she was a great mediator.
Not Fran Fine.
I had two sisters. One sister had sued the other sister.
Really?
And they hated each other.
I thought you guys were on this family building block thing.
My goodness,
What's going on?
sometimes not.
Nobody wants to leave. You don't want to
are-
leave. Your kids don't want to leave. What's
These
going
are
on?
the litigators, and they didn't like each other, and they hadn't spoken in 10 years. And
Oh, boy.
I just thought that was a real tragedy. And I said, well, why don't you guys go in with Fran and see what you can figure out? So one sister had sued the other sister, and they
Were you the
didn't
judge?
want to. I was. I was.
You weren't the judge.
Yeah, I was.
No, stop that. Isn't that a conflict?
To send them into mediation?
He's not talking
being
about
the judge.
his sister.
Oh,
You're not talking about your sister.
You're not talking about your sister.
No, not my sister.
Oh, not his
No,
sister.
No, two
You threw,
people
you threw
that
me
were-
off.
Yeah.
were
I thought it
litigants.
was your sister we were talking
No.
about.
Two sisters. No, two
Oh,
sisters.
two sisters.
That I
Okay.
didn't know from
Not his.
anybody.
Not your sister.
But I did know they had a dispute and they wouldn't even look at each other. And
Oh,
one
wow.
had told me before they came in there, we haven't
Okay.
spoken in 10 years.
Oh.
So I told Fran, well, see what you can do, because I'm going to put on this trial. And while I'm doing that, do your best. So I finished the trial and she was still in there. 2 hours went by, which
Oh,
is very
gosh.
unusual. You can imagine that was
Yeah.
long for some mediation. I'm like, I'm not sure what's going on in there, but I guess we'll let Fran do what she can. And their sisters. And Fran came in after 2 hours and said, we did get it resolved, but they would like to speak with you.
Okay.
I said, good. I don't ever know what the resolutions are, but I said, I'll come out, and if they can want to ask questions about the process or anything, I'm more than happy to answer that. She said, no, they just wanted to say thank you. And I said, oh, okay. So I came out, and I'm sitting on the bench, and they're coming through the doors, arm in arm.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And they came in there and said, we haven't spoken to one another for 10 years. Fran, our mediator, resolved the issue, but she put our family back together. The mother was there.
Mhm.
Mother was sitting in the courtroom crying
Oh,
in
wow.
tears. She
Yeah.
didn't like her family split apart.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. The dispute
Yeah.
really wasn't the issue. The family relations is more important than anything in this process. The mediators fixed the bigger problem.
So
Wow.
for the record, your sisters.
My sisters are awesome. I got two sisters. I have two sisters. They are great. They are
Okay.
wonderful. As a matter of fact, I was talking to one of them on my way here
So
as
funny.
well. Yes,
Okay.
they're great.
I just wanted to clear that up because I thought it was your
Yeah.
sister. I'm like, how are
I
you the
did-
judge?
No, not
I knew
the
you were
judge.
thinking that he was talking about his own sister.
No,
and
it
I'm
was
like,
not
no,
my sister.
No.
Two sisters from completely.
Gotcha.
different
How did that
families.
make that feel, by the way? Make you feel, by the way?
Oh my goodness, it made me feel great. Made me feel great. Made me feel great. Well, and you know, one of my, and you might be getting here, but one of my other favorite cases was a super simple case. And it was a family case.
Was it what?
A simple case, but it was a family situation where the aunt was the manager of a complex, apartment complex. And her sister's son had violated the rules. And it was not a good situation. And she was not happy because she said, I don't want to be here. This is my sister. This is my nephew. But I've got a job, and this is my job. And I have to come forward on a summary eviction case. I said, well, let's go into it. Let's figure out what we've got. And so we went through it. And we found out what the problem was. And it was her nephew. And he was going down the wrong road. He was hanging out with the wrong people. And he wasn't going to school. And so at the conclusion, the statutes back then gave me discretion to try and cure the situation. I said, here's what we got. I said, it's a hard situation because they've met their burden of proof. But I see what the issue is, and I want you to cure this problem. And so it was a big deal that we placed on this individual, he was probably 12 years old, on his hands. But I said, you are the problem. You've got to change because you're jeopardizing your mother, who's a good woman, her housing. And I said, you got to think twice. Number one, you got to think about, who are my very best friends? Guess what? Those kids that are getting you in trouble, look around this courtroom. How many of them are here with you right now? I said, nobody. I said, who's here? Oh, my mother. Your mother's here. You know why? Because she cares. And you know what? I care about you too. I spoke with him. The hearing was long, maybe 3 hours. And I had listened to him, and he was intelligent. He wasn't a dummy, but he was going down the wrong road. And I let him know that. I said, you know what? You're very smart, but you're not smart enough to realize that your mom's your best friend. These kids are going to get you in trouble, and they're going to ruin your life, and they are. And education is extremely important. I said, what are your grades? I want to know what your grades are. Well, his mother spoke up really quick. 4 Fs and 2 Ds.
Oh, gosh.
And I said, you got to fix that. And I said, there's no reason why you can't. And I said, if I can get through this process, there's anybody on this planet can get through it. And it just requires some dedication and some hard work and some direction. Mm-hmm. I said, it's a big deal. So I want you to, number one, in order to do well in school, you can't miss class. And I saw your tardies, and you've missed over 50% of your days in school. You cannot miss one day. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm going to go to the extreme here. If you're sick, you cannot miss class. You have to go to class every day. And then I said, your teachers are giving you assignments. My guess is you're not doing them. You're not doing your homework. All you got to do is read the chapters. You got to pay attention in class. You got to take notes, and you got to study the chapter and study and be prepared for the test that the teachers will give you. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give you 3 months. I want you to go back to school, and I want to look at your report card because I knew when the grades were coming out. And I don't want to see any absences. I don't want to see that you've missed an assignment. I don't want to see that you've missed any homework assignments. So let's come back in 3 months. But I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to stay my ruling. So they came back in 3 months. Everybody was happy. The aunt was happy. The mom was happy. He was happy. So I knew this has got to be good.
What ruling did you stay?
The eviction. Mm-hmm. Kicking them out. And they would have had nowhere to go.
Wow.
And so the first thing his mom said is, he's brought his report card. Mm-hmm. I said, oh, I want to see it. Brought it up. Guess what? 4 A's and 2 B's.
Wow.
And I said, now you know you can do that.
That's great.
Now you know what you are capable of doing, and you can do that every single semester. And I promise you that if you do, you will have more options in life than you could ever imagine, and you will be successful and do well. Go out and be successful.
Oftentimes when people are given a second chance, the folks that go to the Veterans Treatment Court, we go to the graduation and we see all they accomplish. When people are given that chance, a lot of times, most of the times, I would say they succeed. They take that opportunity to change things around. And it's nice to see so many judges giving these people that opportunity, because had you not done that, it would have been a complete disaster. Maybe he would have dropped out of school altogether if they didn't have a place to live. So you giving that chance, and I'm sure you've done that countless times in your career. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Sometimes, yes.
Well, Judge George, we're running out of time.
Went fast, huh?
Did I talk too much?
No,
you're fine.
Did great.
You're fine. But I wanted to give you an opportunity to, Mark is going to zoom in on you, and you can say whatever you want. You could say Steve Sanson should replace me on the bench, or whatever you decide to say.
Mark, it's been a pleasure to be here with you. Stephanie and Steve.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
I appreciate you tolerating me just going on too long.
No, you're
I
fine.
need to be better, and I need to take my own advice.
Your suit, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. But this community is part of me. I'm part of the dirt. I love the community. I love Nevada. Mm-hmm. Nevada is a great place. The great state of Nevada. Good people.
Are you running for governor?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But the governor, I love the governor. He's great. The governors all the way through have been awesome. Okay. Known most of them personally. Mm-hmm. And really good people.
Okay. Well, Judge George, I want to thank you so much for being on the program.
Steve, thank you.
And don't be a stranger. Even when you retire, you could come on back.
I'll be around. I'm not going
I
too
went
far.
fishing.
We're going to come before you get off the bench next year. We're going to come back into your courtroom.
Please.
We'll see you.
You're always welcome.
Could we
Thank
sit up? Could we sit up on the bench with you?
You can sit wherever you'd like. Come down there, and we'll get some chairs.
Because
for you.
we had a judge, Judge Cooper, let us do that. And we thought that was great.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm
That was like
all
the
these
first
years, I've
time
never
that-
sat there before.
Yeah,
I'm
we
like,
could-
Is he great? Is he great?
Oh, we
Oh,
love
yeah,
him.
amazing
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
He is great.
Very good. Yeah, great judge.
I'm like, all these years of going in and out of courtrooms, I've never sat where the judge sat.
Is it different up there?
Oh yeah, I
It
get to see
is. It's so
everybody.
good. We didn't know that was a thing. It was so
Wicked
good.
at the attorneys.
Well, when you get a little older, you don't see as much. I can't see the back door very well.
Well, thank you so much for being on the program.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Ms. Phillips.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Folks at Stephen George, Henderson Justice Court, Department 2. Amazing, amazing guy. I've known him his entire career on the bench. Amazing. I don't have one bad word to say about him. He's just an amazing human being. And whoever fills his seat come 27, you have big shoes to fill, my friend.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You're still going to have big shoes to fill. This is Steve Sanson, Stephanie Phillips with Veterans in Politics. Until next time, we got another show. We'll be right back.